We continue this one. Try to finish as I've taken it. So this is a original. I told you this is the original Gaussian smooth here. This is different of Gaussian. So different Gaussian will do that edge indication. After that one, we keep the some edge point, and it's realized meaning we find the local maximum. So after we find the local maximum, and we remove the low contrast. This one, after low contrast, we remove allow points. And then we remove the edge and we keep the corner points. Here we already keep them. So after we keep the corner points for each corner, suppose each corner, we could have a small patch. And we try to start to talk about descriptor. 描述的，要用的 page 用你下面方式来描述这个点，这是 vector. So no matter you rotate, this will be the same. But we will continue to talk about this. Here, we're going to talk about here. So here is for each corner points, we select 19 by 19 pixels for each page. And for each corner points, it's 19 by 19 pixels. This is really why 19 by 19? In the paper, actually they try 15 by 15, 17 by 17, up to only 25 by 25, and they find 19 by 19 as the best result. So based on this one, the important one is here. This paper tell you many image processing technology. Here again, this is a gradient X. Use the different of Gaussian gradient one. So if you have a magnitude, right? So let's say gradient is so the magnitude is a magnitude of this one. You have a rotation angle. So for any edge, you have a edge is 1 pixel. So right now you have a 19 by 19 pixels. For any edge, you have a magnitude, you have rotation angle. And we try to get this distribution. So for any page, this is your gradient magnitude based on this one. This direction is for the angle. 一个是角度，一个是大小。This is magnitude, this is your angle. Here, you want to put the weighting here. This is technology. This is techniques. 这是技术哦。它的经验就是你把这个19 by 19 pages, you put a Gaussian weight here. Remember, Gaussian weight, Gaussian distribution, summation of Gaussian distribution, the area equal to 1. So this means you reset the distribution. There is Gaussian smooth to reset this one. So see, original this one, let's become do like more like a Gaussian. The Gaussian is meaning close to the center, the weighting is high. 这是一个技术，这是一个技术，他们弄出来。你看这技术没什么，但事实上很重要。为什么是技术很重要 ？It's meaning because original this is center, this corner center here. So that's meaning the center position is important because original corner is here. the neighbor become decay. So the neighbor far away the center is not so important. Close to the center is important. Sometimes their noise exists here. 你会有 noise 存在这里。So they use it here. We don't say the Gaussian smooth. We call Gaussian weight. In this situation, we call the Gaussian weight. 就是用 Gaussian distribution 当它的 weighting. We call Gaussian weight. 这样做，我们有 focus on the center, so it will become this result. So centers become more important. That's reasonable because center is the monopoles. So this is the histogram. In the x direction, this is theta. Why they were actually degrees 360 degrees, but why they only use 36 beams? 36个 index. Why? Because if you use 360 degrees to spots, 太稀疏了，这个 distribution 会很多零。So when you build the histogram, OpenCV also talk about this one. How many beams you will select is your experience. If you have too many beams, your distribution will have many zero. So your distribution becomes something zero. That's not good. Distribution is more smooth is better. It's for the distribution, smooth distribution is better. So they, based on their experience, they feel okay. 360 degrees, I only use 36 beams. That's meaning 10 degrees as summation together to be 1 beam. So the magnitude will be summation of 10 over 10 degrees. 每10度的 magnitude 我把它这里做统计了 ，x 轴是角度0、10啊 ，the index 0 degree, 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree up to 360 degrees. So total is 36 beams. For the magnitude s 这个它打它以这个角每个角度往角度这个角度。So as I mentioned, over 0 degree to 10 degree, 就0到10 degree as some over their magnitude. So that's meaning for each corner, I can find the major angle. Here, the peak will be major angle. So for each page, I can find, for example, this peak is around 3. Because 10, this one beam is 10 degree. So if this is a 3, that's meaning this is 30 degree. Right? Original is 360 degrees, but right now it's 36 beam. It's meaning each beam is 10, meaning 10 degrees. But this index is 3. So index 3 is meaning 30 degree. I have a peak. That's meaning in this 19 by 19 pixels, we have a more major degree is here. This peak. So most of the angle is a 30 degrees. So that will be this major degree of this page. So that's this one. So each page we try to find the major rotation angle. So the rotation angle. So that's the same thing. However, according to the experience, if we have a second peak, and this peak is around this cutoff is 80% of peak. So if the second peak is higher than the first peak, but higher than 80% of the first peak, I still keep this one, this degree. That's meaning this corner page is a 2 rotation page. What's what for this one? 是为了做什么？是为了这个。我跳到 page 54, page 54. For you, I have one picture here. one picture here. I have a second picture here. Are they the same? Are they similar? 这两张影一样。If you use the template matching, not easy to find because they're different processes. But if you use SIFT, suppose, for example, if I use SIFT, I find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I find 5 corners here. In the other image, I find 3 corners here. So if more corners, if we can find more corresponding points, if we can find more corresponding points, that's meaning both are similar. I said if this one and this 3, if we can find more corresponding points, that's meaning corresponding page, that's meaning both are similar. So what we can do is, for example, this is the major angle here. Only you miss the important part. You're waiting 2 hours, but you miss the important 5 minutes. You go back to see my video. Okay, this is the most important part of it within 2 hours. Within 2 hours. Okay, so if this one, suppose this angle is like this. This one. Major angle. So we have this one. And then based on this page, we rotate to be 0 degree. 你把这个根据这个最大角度，你把它转到0度来，可以哈，反转。So suppose, in this is 0 degree, 90 degree, right, 180 degree. 然后这个可能是120吧，120 suppose is 120 degree. And you rotate back to here. The same this point, you rotate back to the 0 degree. So both pages can do the similarity comparison. So that's why we want to detect the rotation, major rotation angle for each page, because we need to rotate back to the 0 degree for each page, so we can compare with each other. 这懂不懂？比如说把这个 rotate back to so. See this one. So we rotate this one back to here, rotate this one back to here. So we can compare, easy to compare whether they are similar or not. The same as this one. 你看这条线在这里，这个角度在这里。We rotate back to 0 degree. 这里。We rotate this one back to 0 degree, so we can compare whether they are similar or not. So the rotation, the major picture is trying to recover back to the rotate back to the 0 degree in order to do the pitch comparison. If we have a 2 peak, the second peak is larger than 80% of first peak. That's meaning this one, suppose this 2 peak, you need to rotate this one and also rotate to the other peak. 就你如果存在2个 peak 很大的 peak， 你这2个都选择，这2个都去跟对应的这个比较，这样。是他的 idea， 很聪明。So this is a second method。这里找 pick 的 angle， 你们就是为什么找 ？Why we need a page? Why not just because corner is only 1 point? Corner is only 1 point. Why we need a page? Because 1 point is not stable. Small pitch is stable. So if you only use 1 point, is not stable. So you can use small pitch. But in their case, because they try to do is a pitch descriptor, so they use a bigger pitch size. If you are just not using, I mean, that's used in this case. Sometimes 300is enough. 有时候330就够了，在不同 case 不是这个 case to be more stable. The second thing is that the Gaussian smooth is also or more stable because we don't want to be affected by noise. So sometimes 3x3 高区是不是 is good enough？但是这个是整个 page。in this case it is a big page, so they use a big Gaussian smooth. If you use a 3x3 small page, you use a 3x3 Gaussian. So here will be more smooth. This curve will be more smooth. Okay. So this is for the rotation. And the final step is the descriptor. We are trying to try to create a descriptor. For the descriptor, they use 16 by 16. 那这一点是我不喜欢这个，因为 previous one they use 19 by 19. Here they use 16 by 16. It's not consistent. If I will use instead of 19 by 19, I will use 16 by 16. 因为它不一致，怪怪的。然后那是他经验。Well, here we want to do 16 by 16 is because the final descriptor they want to do is 128 bits. They design this one. So here they do 16 by 16, and then they also use the Gaussian smooth this one. After smooth this one, they divide it by 4 by 4 small pages. This is a big page. After this one, they do 4 by 4 small pages. So for each small page is 4 by 4 pixels. For each, because 4 by 4 pixels is small. So they only divide it by 8 direction of rotation angle. So in this one, okay, only have this 0 to 2 pi, only have 8 bit. 这种 8只有8个 bit 8 bit here. So here, for each block, they call block, there's 8 bit here. So this is first one, and then contact the second one, third one. 就是意思是说，this one from here to here is only one block. So this block is 4 by 4, 4 pixel by 4 pixel. So it's sparse. Sparse 是稀疏的意思，很有16个 pixel 很稀疏。那很稀疏 ，so your bin cannot be too many. Otherwise, your many will be 0. So they only divide by 8 direction， 只有8个方向，8个方向，8个角度的方向。So they have a 0 degree, 40, 40, 45 degree, 90 degree， 每45个 degree 一个这样子。So finally, this one, the final one here， 也是8个 bit 这样子。So total is 8 bits for each block, and total is 4 by 4 bits, 16个 bit 这样子。And the height is a magnitude. 就是统计嘛 ，accumulated is 8 bits and how for the 0 degree, how many pixels 0 degree, how many pixels 45 degree, how many pixels 90 degree. So this is magnitude. And so the magnitude in Taiwan, this will be become vector B. So this is 128. And this is this one is 8 element. For each element is a magnitude. After you do this one, you need to do become univector. So you divide it by it's a summation, normalize, so become univector. Each one is a univector. So that's the result. That's it for this one. So this is univector. So each person, this person, the Albert, Albert 这个会有 each point, each page has 128 bits. So suppose they have 100 pixels, 100 corners, and this image will become 100 scriptures. The same. In this case, this have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 pages, meaning the 5 page. This page has 128 elements. So 1 vector, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 vectors. Each vector has 128 things. 那去描述。对。那继续哦。So this is a example, and this try to find corresponding points. Your comparison is based on the unit vector. Some unit vector 做比较。The unit vector you already rotate the angle. Everybody is 0 degree. So you rotate first. After you rotate this one into the unit vector, 128 degrees. So this is what kind of application? So even though you take a photo of this, sorry, this is corner, all the corner. See, and this is the ellipse. Bigger ellipse is meaning you have a bigger eigenvalue. Bigger eigenvalue is meaning what? You have bigger alpha and beta. So this is the corner. This is for each one is a corner. And this is the angle, corner angle, the edge angle. So you'll find the same corner will be same distribution, same angle, rotation, and the same vector eigenvalue. So this image, you can see that both are the same. So after SIFT create, we can use image in the internet to search the image. 因为 SIFT 发明以后，在网络上就可以用影像来搜寻影像，之前没办法，是因为这个技术发明以后，所以你在 Google 方面会发现，哎 ，Google 不是有一个叫你打 keyword， 它会把那个影像可以看到影像的东西，它就把那些相似的影像全部把它丢进来，还是有些不准，对不对？还是有些误差，但大部分都还蛮做的。那个是用 SIFT。一直发展到现在，就是用 SIFT 的原理，然后在后面什么 HOG 啊，好像 deep learning 方式一直在改善这样子，这个来这样用。那 SIFT 的贡献还有这个拼图 stitching 拼图的作用 stitching。If two images have overlap, so based on overlap, you can do the stitching. 拼图分线。So when you use cell phone to do stitching 拍连拍，这个技术就是 SIFT 的技术，可以做连拍拼图。那这个做拼图，因为 SIFT 发明的，这是可以做分类，它就把它分成几类，然后再拼图拼起来。分类完，用 SIFT 来分类，分类完以后再做。因为 SIFT 是一个 descriptor， 然后用 descriptor 用什么 k-means 什么方式做分类，这做拼接。And because SIFT, we also can apply to the robot. Because SIFT is an easy method, very fast. The find corresponding point. So SIFT 的 can do the AR。这个放在这上面，这个 AR， 这个可能找到这个角度，这个放在这上面，这个 SIFT 是一个很大的贡献。那我再让你看一些例子。这是我们实验室做的，是 几年前做作品，2014年那时候做，就给定一些 image。现在手机上都这个已经手机上已经可以把这个拼图印出来。那上次给你看比较难的是这个，比较难是这个。这个包括 calibration，包括设计位置。This is combine camera calibration, camera position, and staging。上次这个，网络什么网络上 you do staging。So this benefit not only staging, they also use the try to find the camera position. They take the photo，技术的3D because you know the camera position. You take the photo from one single photo, we can estimate your 3D position of camera. Based on the camera, we can do the stereo to find the best. So this not only the stereo, they need to do the stitching, the stereo information from cloud, 3D 就出来。这种技术让你很厉害，这很厉害。就包括那些 information，你叫我做，我会不会做？我可能还是不大会做，我大概知道原理是这样子。做这个知道怎么做的。Okay, so that's for the SI